Welcome back to day four. I don't have a good drum roll. Hey guys, welcome back. And it's been awesome. I mean, I hope you guys have been loving it. I hope you guys are taking home so many notes and implementation ideas and or reaffirmations. I mean, sometimes, I think what's so important with a lot of these events that we learn from, people we connect with, perspectives that other people have, taking back all these things. I mean, sometimes, guys, sometimes things don't have to change. And I think that's really important. I think if you fall in love with the way you're doing things and you come to these events and you take a bunch of reaffirmations, just, hey, I thought I was doing it the right way. I've confirmed that I'm doing it the right way. Sometimes that's enough because now you drive faster, you drive more intentionally, you drive with more clarity. Even if you make mistakes, you understand that you're still on the same road, right? Like if you think about driving, sometimes you get behind the slow car, and when you got behind the slow car you got boxed in and you couldn't switch lanes this way or that way. You made the wrong decision. Doesn't mean you get off the road, doesn't mean you failed or anything. You just wait for the right time and then you pivot lanes again and then you kind of keep going. And that's a thing is so now we walk away, we have new ideas, fresh perspectives, new things to learn, new things to implement, new things to study, and just new ways to approach what we're already doing, and that is just as much a win as learning new things. So I hope you guys are taking a lot of that. Let me see in the chat box, hey, did you guys, love to hear about the format and how this has all been working for you, right? Like we do live events. This is a online event. Was the networking event after all of the sessions yesterday, was that valuable? Did you guys find a lot of value? Could somebody maybe share a win from one of those networking sessions? If you want to share wins from the entire day, that's great too. But would love to hear one from the networking session that somebody took away. Give you guys a few seconds there to come up with something. Nobody want to share something? All right. We'll give you guys a few more seconds to do that. I will kind of walk into what we're doing today, right? Today our schedule, we're going to start off with a little bit of breathing, and I can talk to you guys all day about health. That is actually like my number one passion in life. We practice it with our kids and the way they eat, their nutrition, the approach in our life. I'm on day, I think it's 52 of 75 hard, but I'm like always on 75 hard because for me it's a lifestyle. So I love that we're going to be starting off here today with breath work with Anthony, and then just everything else that we're talking about today, about short-term rental. Today is summarized, guys, using all of the stuff we've taken from the first 3 days, along with today. What I want us to walk away and focus on is intention. I want us to think about intention, not, I'm not talking about the spirit, the corny spirituality things. I mean, although that works too, but intentionality in how we host, how we operate, understanding. We talked a lot about this is a business and we still have to run things by the numbers and processes. And we're going to talk about processes, people, technology here today. This is all really, really important stuff. And when you have that intention, when you have that ultimate desire, when you have it visualized in your mind, like, hey, this is what it has to look like, nothing can stand in your way. And so it makes you just operate different as a human, the way you walk and the way you walk in your business, and your team will see that. Even your VAs, they all see it. They all understand what it has to look like, for us to step back and say, okay, we are operating with intention right now. This company is a machine. It's operating. It's a process. And so we're going to take all that, put it into intentionality today. Helen chimed in here. She said, I'm still obsessed with Kim's presentation about being present and trying to do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I also realized that I need to make fitness a priority. Business is important, but I'm important too. I tell you guys, I say it all the time. I think I've already said it once over the first 3 days. You have 99 problems in your life until you got a health problem, right? Then you only have one problem. I promise you. And so if you don't take care of your health, it is absolutely inevitable that the things around you will start to hurt. And it doesn't mean it's going to happen in a week or a month or a year, but it can be 20 years, it can be 10 years, it can be 5 years. But yes, it could also be as fast as a week away. I mean, it is so important to take care of your body. Taking care of your body, both with nutrition, with health, it absolutely drives more clarity, more focus. I'll tell you, my most creative ideas in my business happen while I'm in the gym. I've got my AirPods in, my brain is working, I'm functioning at all high levels, I'm carrying heavy weights, but I'm listening to a lot of the people that have podcasts that are here today. I listen to a lot of people, not just in our industry though, in the entrepreneurship industry, in the faith industry, in the fitness industry, all of them, because there are so many different places to get value from. I'll tell you, one of my favorites is Bedros Keuilian. Bedros is all about the approach in life and excellence, and I never want to stop getting better. So I think that's what I'm driven by. I didn't get to the networking, but I did spend the last hour reading through all the booths and noting who I need to connect with to allow me to stay in my genius zone. I love that, Anya. I appreciate that. I know all the vendors and the booth owners and sponsors here. I know they all appreciate that. Jody appreciates it. And hopefully it's not just an appreciation thing. Hopefully you do find a ton of value, which I know that you do. Um, Excited to breathe, Kim. Yes, another incredibly easily accessible tool to be in the present moment. Hey, speaking of tools, we have a day four workbook that I'd love for all of you guys to make sure you have that ready so that it can, help you follow along in the session today. But yes, I mean, Kim, I think breath work is so important. Cold plunging, it's all important. Have you ever stepped into a cold shower before? The actually why most people are have such a hard time when they step into a cold shower is they forget to breathe. You know that feeling when you get into the cold water, it's like you freeze up and you stop breathing. That makes it really, really challenging to survive in that environment. And so the key is quick, or I'm sorry, not quick, the exact opposite, very slow, deep breaths, just in through your nose, you hold and you wait and you get into the cold water and you allow it to do its thing. You're still holding your breath, lung full of air that's keeping you warm. And as long as you can hold it, you hold it, and then you slowly breathe it out. And you slowly breathe it back in through your nose. Hold it as long as you can. Slow. So the breath work. I mean, this controls. I mean, tell you if I ever, look, we all have our high emotion moments, whether they're in excitement or rage or I'm mad at my kids, or I'm mad at the sports team that I coach, or I'm mad at my short-term rental VA, whatever it might be. We all have high and low emotions, and breathing will absolutely provide you the moment to just pause, clear, settle, and then react, right? When you watch people that react with really high emotion, again, even if it's good emotion, what people reacting with high emotion, typically that's a riskier approach at anything you do, right? So the breathing is going to keep it really clean. So anyways, all right, I'm so excited. I think this is going to be a fantastic way to kind of get us focused um and dial it in. Who else has got one? I know that, I got a message from Karen, and Karen was asking me, what I said the other day about 1% better every day, family, finance, and what else. So, what I was talking about when I said that, look, guys, there's four quadrants in your life: faith, family, finance, and fitness, right? And that's not my innovation, that's not my method. This is taught in books way back, 5, 6, 7 decades ago. And it's what happens is it's just human. If I spend way more time today in the gym, right? If I go from 1 hour to 4 hours, well, where did I get those 3 hours? So is that improvement in fitness? Is it worth where I'm taking that 3 hours from? Whether it's from my business and my finance bucket or my faith bucket? Did I take time away from my place of worship, or my moment of worship, or my moment of learning, or being at peace? That I take it away from my family, instead of going and visiting my mom and my in-laws and everybody else around me? Did I use that at the gym today? And was that a better, when you give more time to something, you had to take it from somewhere else. So 1% better means you're not going to be able to just double your production and double your improvement in everything every single day. That's just unsustainable. And so 1% better means every day, today I got a little bit better in my health. I got a little bit better in my family. Got a little bit better in my finance. Man, I forgot to worship today. I forgot to pray today. I forgot whatever it is today that I put in that faith bucket, right? And then so tomorrow I focus on that, and I really go hard on that because I knew I didn't have a great yesterday, and maybe I lost time with my family today. but the other two things remain good too, right? And so every single day, it's just evolving. Where do I need to focus today? What do I need? And that it's okay for that to not be perfect. It's okay for that to change. It's normal for it, and it's going to continue to evolve. And we're going to get 1% better. So if we bring that into our short-term rental space, where can we get 1% better every single day? And we should have it broken down into multiple buckets. If we get our revenue management more dialed in, our listings, did we use partners like Price Labs and Tech Tape? Did we reach into our management softwares, and did we reach into our marketing partners, and did we shoot more content, and did we put ourselves in a position? People always talk about luck. It's not, you don't just get lucky by getting lucky. You get lucky because you took a lot of really good actions and steps, and you put yourself in a position to get lucky, right? So unlucky people, it's not really a fact. It's not really a matter of missing luck or not having luck or not. It's just you didn't take the steps to put yourself in a position of success, and so therefore the success didn't come, the luck didn't come. You might get it once, but not sustainably. And so these are the things that we're going to focus on. All right. Anybody want to bring anything else up before we move into our breath work here today and get the day on a roll? I think we're good. All right, let's go. Jody, we're going to move this to stage one, and let's get some breath work, and we'll all come back a little bit more at peace.
We'll be doing a networking session afterwards. If any of you haven't been in the networking session, it's really cool. We will be dropped into a room. Everybody's there, little circles. If you want to move towards somebody to say hello, just double click near that person, and then you can turn your video on and you can actually have a conversation. It's a lot of fun. So I think we're at the end, Gil. We'll
Yeah.
wrap it up, shall we?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that as you're talking there, just it's kind of like a brief tangent. It reminds me a lot about a story. This kind of movement there reminds me a lot of a story of how when automobiles were first introduced from horse-drawn carriages, it was slow to adopt. But it wasn't until we started having strong standards of how the rules on the streets were, the lights, the traffic, how pedestrians walk across, in collaboration with cars. That's when there started to be this big wave of automobiles being accessible for folks. And I kind of see the same thing happen in hospitality, where so far we haven't had a lot of clear standards across the globe, let alone even the nation there. So I see kind of Jody's mission here really enabling and fostering growth in the entire industry. Yes, it's about hospitality. Yes, it's a guest experience, but it also allows us to continue to operate as owners in the business and really do so that a lot of counties and municipals are really supportive of. So there's a hidden lining kind of behind the scenes as we want to make sure that we're growing the industry in the right way. So I just want to kind of share that. It reminded me a lot about that kind of story there. And I think we so often kind of miss that. So huge fan of kind of what you're doing there, Jody.
Yeah, thanks, Gil. But as you know, there's plenty of people that are supporting me and supporting my vision because they share that as well. And I couldn't do this without them. So, a massive thank you to everybody who has helped me along this journey. And there are plenty of them. So there's all sorts of things coming out under this global collective brand. So please stay tuned, and I'll be sharing those shortly. You can follow us on our Instagram page. It's at the Global Hospitality Collective. Now I know it's a mouthful, but we really needed to get the right name to really encompass, like I said, everything that's going on with the brand. So it is a tongue tied. So all good.
Yeah. And we will see you folks at the networking outside of
Yep.
this. But thank you, Jody, for putting this all together. Thank you to all the speakers that participated and given up their time to share with us how they think about hospitality, how they represent the industry. So this is really exciting. This is something very special that doesn't exist outside of this.
Yeah, amazing. All right. Thanks very much, everybody. We'll see you in the networking.
Bye.
Bye.